We're here today in a house down in Helensburgh, which we're about to carry out a cavity drainage membrane system after some recent flooding. It's a basement below a detached property where water has came in to a level and flooded the property, hence it's all been now stripped out. Water came in the door over there, and we're going to be putting a pump system in and a membrane on the walls and across the floor, and then the house will all be refitted back out again. So the system we're going to fit is a cavity drainage membrane system, which means that there'll be a membrane with a gap behind here which allows water to pass through the wall if it was going to pass through the wall, and it would run down. There'll be a drainage channel installed around the perimeter all the way around the four walls, which will collect any water from that seepage and also any water coming up the way if the ground was to fill up with water. It'll collect that water, the drainage channel will take it then to a pump. So the pump system we're going to fit eventually to the job is going to have an alarm, a battery backup, and well, the capability of pumping out somewhere in the region of about 6,200 gallons per hour, 8 foot into the air. So here we are back in the same property where we're installing the cavity drainage system. The wall and floor membrane and the drainage is now installed around the perimeter, as I said before. The cavity drainage wall membrane also acts as an insulator and reflects 97% of the heat back into the house, as well as doing the waterproofing job. There's a membrane laid across the entire floor which the water can run below, and the drainage channel runs around the perimeter all the way around the property to a central pump located along the hallway there. There is also below this section of the property, there's an interconnecting pipe that takes the water from one side to the other and connects again to the pump. So this is back in the same property that we have carried out the waterproofing on the walls and under the floor. Obviously the walls have now been lined and insulated with a vapour barrier, and the floor has insulation and a chipboard floor laid over the existing membrane. So the walls also have the, as we said before, the thermal dry wall membrane which will reflect the heat back in. So the house is now coming back together again, back to a state where the client can move back in. Hopefully that'll happen in the next few weeks.